It is the evening time when the rays of the sun touches the blue waters, a perfect time for fishermen to go looking for fish. These men leave their wives behind, their beautiful children behind, seeing them the following day. But who really knows what happens when they go on the lake? Who really knows how they survive the heavy rains, how they survive the cold weather, and how exactly do they catch the fish? What type of fish do they catch? Lake Tanganyika is one of the deepest lakes in the whole world. It goes up to 1,700 meters deep. The lake is also known for its good fresh waters that can be able to sustain a lot of biodiversity. This lake, it is also rich in so many species of fish. A lot of fish that are found in this lake. The lake is a home also for many other animals in this lake. It is shared amongst the 4 countries, that is Zambia, Congo, Burundi, and Tanzania. This lake offers a lot of opportunities for the people that live around it. Back in Zambia, this lake offers the country to have the only port in the whole country. Mpulungu as the only port in the whole country. The people of Mpulungu, they entirely depend on the lake for their sustenance. Everything around it, everything around this place evolves around the catches that these fishermen bring to the seashore. Fish business sustains many other businesses that are found along this lake. When fishermen have good catches from the lake, this will also determine many other businesses right here, including those that have got guest house and those that have got shops. They also see when there are good catches that it is moving very well. Everybody will complain when there are no good catches, but when all things move well, then it means everyone will benefit from the fishermen's activities. Those people working on the lake, they are like people who are bringing us money. On this sunny day, I aimed at meeting a man on the village called Kasasa. This is a fisherman that has been fishing since the age of 15. And I traveled to go and see him so that he could give us better information we wanted to know about fishing. This was a village that came about as a result of fishing. These villages came about just as fishing camps. But today, they are big villages hosting a lot of people. Upon reaching this place, I discovered that the route that we used to enter into the village was flooded due to the water that came from the lake and the lanes. This was once a route, but now to pass here, you need a canoe. I was talking to these men, trying to ask them what happened for the road to be flooded that way.
I'm quiet.
I asked, is this what has happened here? What really happened? Yes, the water comes from the lake and also from this side. It is really flooded. During the lanes, when the lanes come, they enter into these bushes and then they become so flooded until they start patching water into this route. Yes, and sometimes the crocodiles close from the lake, they coming to this side. So it is really deep when you pass here.
Is it empty kuno eh? Aha. Apa tadi? Jadi nkabirishiyo kwene ongo. Iputuke kwene yo kwene. So kaberera singa kangukara. Omba vino kaombe po. Okay. Okay.
My name is Kazembe and I'm a fisherman. I'm also a coxswain, and that is a boat we use when we go on the lake. Whenever we go at our lake, the first thing that we do, we first offload the small canoes. We first offload the small canoes from the big boats. One big boat would be carrying 3 or 4 small canoes. These small canoes have got rides, tiller lamps, which are operated by the people we call Shimaraiti. Once we reach at our fishing area, then these men will light up their lights. This should be done when it is dark. Once the lights are on, the fish will start following where the light is. These people will serve as a guide to tell the people with the net when they see the fish. Once the lights are on, if the fish is unable to be seen, then we wait until we see the fish. Once the shimmer light confirms that they are able to see some fish, then men in the big boats will begin to throw the net. They'll begin to throw the ling net. Once the ling net is thrown, then you begin to put it back into the big boat. Then whatever you find in that net, that is the fish that you catch.
Just few meters away from the lake, there is a beautiful town called Pongo Town. This is a town that calls a lot of people from different parts of the country, such as Copperbelt, Lusaka, Kasama, and many other areas of the country. Because of its vast fishing resources and fish, people travel from all around the country coming to buy the fish in this town. Apart from the people from this country, even people from other countries such as Burundi, Congo, and Tanzania. They all come here to do their business activities. Others have made Mpulungu their homes from all different areas of their countries, and they have come to settle here in this land. Others come to buy stuffs, taking them to Congo, taking them to Tanzania and many other parts of their countries. Mpulungu is also known for its extreme temperatures. It is really hot. If you consider coming here, consider coming to the hot weather. It is hot summer every day. Many common languages that are in this place is Bemba, Lungu, and English. And of late, there's been so much increase of the Swahili language around this place.
Tufike hapo. Kupita kwa? Okay.
When I remember a long time ago, like people never used to go very far when they start looking for fish. They would just be nearby and they look for it. The fish was readily available to be seen. But this time, for someone to find fish, they have to have a lot of petrol, going up a long distance for them to find fish. To my opinion, some of them do not even retain what they do. I think maybe it's just the lack of other things to do. Fish is not the way it was to be. It's getting late and every fisherman is busy now. The reality and the excitement of going looking for fish, it is real. To keep themselves motivated and home, others take a lot of alcohol and they smoke a lot to keep themselves home. Each group of fishermen is really organized. They have got somebody they follow, they call them captains. They also have others that they call salesmen and many others that do other types of jobs. Each one of them to make sure that there is safety, they adhere to precautions, putting on life jackets and many other that they require them to do. Mainly, the owners of the boats, they don't go, they call them directors. They don't actually go fishing. They remain behind while the workers go looking for fish. The following morning, they go right at the lake to see the catches that their workers have come with. In many cases, the fishermen do not own the ling nets and the boats. Therefore, most of them work as workers to the owners of the boats and the ling nets. These are the people that are responsible for the decisions. Decisions such as which place are we going to go to, where we are going to be catching fish from. Are we going to be within this premise or we are going to travel to another place for catches? Fishermen do not own any rights to manipulate the assets or to do anything on the fish that they catch. Usually, it's the directors that have a say. The best time that we catch fish is the time when there is no moon. When it is just total darkness, that is the best time we catch fish. The time we leave the seashore, it is around 14 hours to 14:30. That is the time we start off to the area that we are targeting to work from. We'll move for about 2 to 3 hours. Around 18 hours or 17 hours will always reach there.
Fishing do not go throughout the year, but there are seasons and times. In some moments, you'll find boats parked like this on the lake because that time fishermen can no longer find the fish that they are looking for. The many varieties of fish that are caught on this lake, the majority is Bugaba Fish and Carpenter. However, these types of fish do not occur at the same time. There are specific months for Bugaba Fish and there are also specific months for Carpenter. When the months for Bugaba Fish stops, then they go for Carpenter. However, in recent years, the government has introduced the fish banning. This started last year and it is likely to happen even this year, starting the month of May up to 3 months. This move, however, has been a very difficult move because this lake is divided between so many countries. If they have to implement the fish banning, then it means they have to agree in all these parts of the countries. As of last year, this fish ban happened in Zambia. In these other countries like Tanzania, Burundi, and Congo, it never happened. People were not fishing on this side of the lake, but on these other sides of the countries, people continued with their fishing activities.
October, when you enter the month of October, these were the months that we used to praise so much. We could have a lot of fish. It used to be fun until one box of fish could be sold as cheap as 10 kwacha. It used to be fun. And when you take a look, or now they are packing their dishes and their bowls full of fish. Just one big dish could go as cheap as 5 kwacha. It used to be fun. October. When you start counting May, June, July, these are the months when we catch Carpenter. And then when you start August, September, October, these are the months when we catch Bugaba Fish. When the government of Zambia thought that they should introduce fish ban in order to preserve some fish, these fishermen thought it wasn't a wise decision, as it infringed on their ways of making money. Most of the fishermen do not have any other businesses to do apart from the same business of fishing. They felt so unfair with the government introducing the fish ban. Most of the fishermen confirmed to me that this lake has got the ability to close itself. You don't even need to introduce fish ban because in most of the cases, this fish has a way of banning itself. There are months when you go on the lake and you come back without anything, and there are also months that when you go, you come back with a lot of catches. And in those months, they indicate to you whether you should introduce fish ban yourselves. When you go on the lake and when you master these months, there is no need for you to start following the fish ban introduced by the government, said the fishermen. Most fishermen felt it was an unfair move because people from other countries were still going on lake, as this lake is divided in many other parts of the countries. So other countries were still going on the lake, while on this side of the lake, it was banned. The government introduced the stiff rules, like when you are found with a fish, it was going to be a chaos. All these people that you are seeing going out with their boats, they are only following their Bugaba fish. This is the main fish that people are following around this time around. Of course, there are many other fish. There are many other types of fish, but at this moment, the concentration is on Bugaba fish. Even carpenter, they don't catch carpenter all the times, but it has seasons. You find maybe in a year, it has 2 seasons of carpenter. When those seasons pass, you wait for the next year to come. There is a difference with today. A long time we used to catch a lot of fish. We could on just 2 throws, we could make our boat go full. But with this time, there has been so much shipping, there's been so much fishing methods that have led to this type of a crisis. There are 2 kinds of nets. Us, we use ling nets, but these other guys, they use that other type of a net. This type they use, when they throw it, it causes the Bugaba fish to go deep inside the water, making it so difficult for us with ling nets to get this Bugaba fish. Also, this time around, we have got so many people that are having fishing machines, fishing nets, and all these boats. Like the way it used to be long time, a few people would have these fishing nets. But this time, there are a lot of people that are fishing for fish, making the fish disappear. With the previous years, this lake has received a lot of rains. Here where you are seeing the boats, it used to be the ground, it used to be land. But because of the heavy rains that are received on this part of the country, it causes the lake to flood. A lot of stuffs have been flooded. A lot of houses have been flooded because of the heavy rains that are received by this lake. Many markets for the fish have also been flooded, causing the people to move closer to the land and away from the lake. So many businesses have been affected because of this flooding of the lake. This mighty lake, sometimes it moves with so much power, causing the land to sink inside it. With so much wind and the bad weather, you can't believe what happens in this place. There is just so much that happens here. Many people are so amazed when the lake is calm and cool. You hear most of the times they say, it is very cool, as if it is innocent, but it is not innocent. Even that house there has collapsed.
So
These people have really suffered. Even this house here, they are soon shifting from there because water has already touched it. All this area, there were houses. That one you are seeing there, it used to be a flat, but because of water, people ran away from there. This house was also big. It was a flat that has about 2 doors, but people shifted from this side. They went to that other side where there was no water, but even there, water has reached and people, they have to shift there. In these houses, you find all those buyers of fish. Those people that come from their places coming to buy fish here, they also are found in those houses you're seeing. You can't believe what happens. Like, you build a house, the lake is very far, and thinking you are never going to catch the water. But as years goes by, the land is sinking into the lake. The land is sinking into the lake until 5 years, 7 years, the house foundation is found in the water. And then one night you'll be waking up and water has entered into the house, and there causes you to shift, learning to where you don't know. All these people, they use this lake for drinking. They use the water from the lake for drinking. However, there is a borehole when you just move up the hill there is a borehole. But the majority of the people that are found on this side, they use this lake. They would get a small canoe, they go on the top to get the fresh water. I need to remove this small water before I'm dead. How am I going to have? It's early in the morning and the fishermen are coming back. Wow, this is the most exciting moment and this is the most sad moment at the same point. This is a time that a fisherman has to ask. This is a time that the fisherman has to answer a question that everybody will ask them. Kalumbe kuko, meaning that, how were the catches? Well, you know, you can only answer that question depending on how it was.
Tomato katondo. Tomato katondo. Ati na yain. Mulipa mvolo mwemo. Okay. Okay.